Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel and good morning to you guys. It's Sunday, so yeah, we're about to, actually, if you guys didn't know, Sunday is actually the start of the week and not really the end of the week. Some calendars pretty much have Saturday and Sunday at the end, but the original calendars had Sunday as the beginning and Saturday as the end. So, happy beginning of the week. Most of you guys have your days off on Sunday, so that's pretty awesome. Anyways, what I'm going to talk to you guys today in this video is Virgin Mobile. What happened to Virgin Mobile being this disruptive brand that Marcelo was talking about on Twitter and whatnot? Kind of crazy, right? Virgin Mobile being pulled off of Walmart shelves. And I just wanted to reminisce about Virgin Mobile because, believe it or not, they were actually pretty good. Back in... what was it, 2010, 2011, I actually used Virgin Mobile. I preferred using them because I didn't really call too much from my smartphone. So, you know, being on a $35 plan, which gives you like 300 talk minutes and then unlimited text, unlimited data, that was actually pretty cool for me. I mean, sending text messages unlimitedly, everyone was texting, hardly anyone was calling. So I really didn't need to use phone calls. So having a limited amount of minutes to make phone calls was fine by me. Virgin Mobile was really trying to pitch itself as the brand for the youth, right? Like they had their infamous commercials that they came out with that was like a teen trying to express to their elder parents, you know, about Virgin Mobile. And yeah, so Virgin Mobile was doing good. I even had Virgin Mobile before that. I had Virgin Mobile back in, I want to say 2006 or somewhere around there, like 2006, 2005, somewhere to that point. But basically Virgin Mobile, back then they had like different phones, like the Wild Card, they had the Super Slice, those phones like that. And they were actually pretty cool. One of the things that I remember about Virgin Mobile is that they always had a color scheme to their phones, right? So you had the regular, let's say like you got the Super Slice, right? It was black. Well, a limited edition color was white. So they had like limited edition colors and designs. Some of them had like little graphics on them that were limited edition, like the white Wild Card was actually pretty cool from Kyocera. Yeah, I remember those phones. Those phones were like pretty awesome. But later on down the line, Virgin Mobile got into the smartphone game. One of the first smartphones that I got from Virgin Mobile was actually the Samsung Intercept. And that device, like I did a lot of things with. The fact that it had a slide-out keyboard made it easy to text, but you also had touchscreen on it too as well. Android, it started with Android Eclair and ended up getting Froyo. And when Froyo came around, there was a lot of people that were building themed ROMs based on Froyo that gave like gingerbread look and feel. So I was flashing ROMs on that device. And after that one, I got the LG Optimus V. Solid phone back in the day with a 3.2-inch display. It was a little bit bigger than the Samsung Intercept and a little bit faster. Later on, they had the Optimus Slide, so slide-out keyboard. And I thought that phone was like pretty solid. I loved the way that it looked. The color scheme was black and red. It was solid. But yeah, and then the Samsung, was it the Samsung Galaxy S2 Epic 4G Touch that came to Virgin Mobile. That was like my launching phone for like flashing different ROMs and stuff like that, and really kind of getting to know how to flash custom ROMs, what to do if there was problems. So I have a ton of videos on that on my early days on this channel. So, you know, I liked Virgin Mobile, but then after a while, like phone calls became a necessity. So I ended up switching to its sister company, Boost Mobile. And from there was like using Boost Mobile phones and unboxing them for you guys and telling you guys my thoughts of various new Boost Mobile phones that came out and was released. And I never went back to Virgin Mobile, but, you know, I always supported the brand. But the sad thing to Virgin Mobile was like it made some interesting changes in the last 10 years. From the plans that it had, and then at some point, you know, they decided, okay, you know, we're going to create the inner circle and we're just going to be an iPhone only company. And they made some sort of deal with Apple, and they had some pretty nice deals if you wanted to actually have an iPhone and have like a decent plan where you didn't have to worry about your phone bill. I believe it was like if you bought an iPhone at full price, then you paid $1 for your plan, and that lasted you. Some promotions gave you an entire year, some promotions gave you 6 months. But it was a good thing to basically not have to worry about a cell phone bill for like 6 months to a year and have an iPhone, depending on which one you bought, whether you bought the 6S or the 5S. basically, yeah. If you were buying an iPhone, you got a lot of love from Virgin Mobile. And while a lot of people were like, well, that's great news because, Apple iPhones are very popular, it did more harm to Virgin Mobile than it did good. And we know this because even though they said they were going to be an iPhone only, MVNO, they didn't really stay that way because their Android devices were still sold in places like Target and Walmart and things like that. So, kind of like they were testing the waters that their website would only promote iPhones and that they wouldn't support Android phones anymore, yet they were still selling tons of Android phones on Target and at Walmart. Pretty much let everyone know that Virgin Mobile was like 98% in. But doing that, regardless of those people who are fans of iPhones, but making it an iPhone exclusive only MVNO, it did more harm. Because your mass base that was using Android phones and those that were on the budget side buying the budget Android phones left Virgin Mobile and went to Boost Mobile or to Cricket or to Metro by T-Mobile. At the time it was Metro PCS, because they felt like they weren't going to get any support, they weren't going to get any help. So why stay with a company that was only going to be focused on one particular type brand? And that did more damage to Virgin Mobile. So Sprint shut them down for a little bit. Well, not really shut them down, but like they shut down a lot of the promotions that Virgin Mobile was doing. We didn't hear a lot from Virgin Mobile in a while. And then out of nowhere, Marcelo's like, Virgin Mobile is going to be the disruptive brand. The disruptive brand that was going to disrupt the market. But we never really saw that happen. And intentionally, what was Virgin Mobile going to do to disrupt the entire market? By offering plans that were taxes and fees included. I mean, that was already being done with Boost Mobile. That was originally done by Metro PCS and T-Mobile. So what were they going to do? Eventually, when you go to virginmobile.com and virginmobileusa.com and you look at some of the benefits you get for signing up with Virgin Mobile before they kind of went completely stale, they did have something that was very similar to T-Mobile Tuesdays, that T-Mobile was offering its customers, right? They had some sort of program that when you sign up with it, you get discounts from like various different places. You get discounts on ordering stuff from certain websites. You just get a lot of love given to you for being a Virgin Mobile customer. And I really wouldn't count that as disruptive because there was a lot of different companies that were doing the same thing. So to be quite fair, was Virgin Mobile really disruptive? No. And it's kind of sad to see them go because they've been around for a long time. Like I said, the history of Virgin Mobile before they were even acquired by Sprint, when they were on their own. Because I remember they grabbed what was it? The two smartphones, the Helio Ocean and the Helio Ocean 2, I think is what it's called, and they acquired a smaller MVNO. I think it was like around in 2004. They did that. I don't remember, but yeah. So Virgin Mobile's been around for a long time. It's kind of sad to see that their products is being pulled off the shelves, and because of the merger and everything like that. I mean, it's pretty much speculated that Boost Mobile, not speculated, but Boost Mobile is going to Dish. Dish will be the fourth carrier, and I think Virgin Mobile is going with Boost. So. And that's one of the questions that people always asked is that why didn't Boost and Virgin Mobile merge together? Why didn't it just become one? Why did they have to stay two separate entities, two separate names, and all that stuff? My kids are wild this morning. And who knows what it would have been like. So I'll probably make a different video on what things would have been like if Boost and Virgin Mobile actually merged together back in the day and what we would have seen and what the outcome would have been. But that's pretty much it for today's video about Virgin Mobile. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are subscribed, I really appreciate that. Hit the bell option to be notified when I upload another video. And then, yeah, I will talk to you on the next one. As always, aloha.